Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Sai TV. We are live. We are live. MUFC Unfiltered podcast. Apologies, we are late, but listen, man.
Yeah, that's on me, people.
That's
on me.
Nah. It's all good. It's all good, man. It's all good, man. We just had to dissect the whole weekend. You know what I mean? Take it all in. You know what I mean, and whatnot. And yeah, man. Get
Great
ready
weekend,
for the show,
man.
man.
It was a great
Great
It was a
weekend.
good day, man.
Great.
Today was
somehow.
Today was a 16 out of 10, man. They could have went no better, man.
Yeah.
16 out of 10 without doubt, man. I love today.
Without doubt.
Sunday was brilliant. Today was brilliant. Saturday, not so much.
Yeah. Facts. It was crazy, man. Premier League. Just when you thought Tottenham 4-0, then it was United bottling it again somehow. You know what I mean? Even though we know what they are now. And then Liverpool. You know what I mean? Jurgen Norbert Klopp. You know what I'm saying to you? You know, they didn't do it for Klopp. And then Arsenal at the end. Just, oh my days, man. And now, the possibility of Man City winning 4 in a row just makes me sick. It really, really makes me sick, man. And I'm just like, yo, man, what is going on? And the fact that they could win the treble again, which is still possible because they're in the Champions League, they're in the FA Cup semi-finals. It's not as if it's not out of the possibility. You know what I mean? And then we're here, 13 points behind Aston Villa. Aston Villa today with injuries, with suspensions. Today went to Arsenal and said, yo, we are going to win the game. And they have a game midweek. We had a week off. Guys, we had a week off. And these man said, yo, we don't care about weeks off. We played back to back. And they won in their ground against Lille. They won at Arsenal. And they probably will win at Lille again. Because that's what people do. That's what good managers do. Fair play to Unai Emery. You get me? Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody here. Ash, hope you're well. Hope you're good. What are you saying, bro?
Yeah, all good, thanks, Syed. Yeah, all good. I mean, apart from the result, obviously, yesterday, you know, it's just a shit show week in, week out these days. We've got to be used to it. Do you know what I mean? It just is what it is. Under Ten Hag, it's not going to change. So, but yeah, all good. Happy to see Liverpool lose today. Not a bit mixed with the Arsenal result because it's one of those the 4-peat. Do you know what I mean? The treble. I'm hoping Arsenal kind of hold on a little bit and try and win that game today. I was thinking because I can't see Man City. And okay, we can talk about 115 charges and all that, but the fact that they might win another treble and a 4-peat, do you know what I mean? That'd be sickening. That we can't be having that. And it's enough. We're in enough pain as it is as Man United fans. I'd be okay if Tottenham were winning the league or somebody else was winning the league, but seeing it's Man City and fucking Arsenal and Liverpool, and it's just the pain, man. We feel cursed at this point. Do you know what I mean? It's horrendous, but yeah, we'll talk about Ten Hag and the rest of the boys who just fucking shit shows week in, week out. But the pleasure is always see the boys flawless and double A yourself, Saeed, and chat. And hope you're doing all right, looking after yourselves. And let's go. Let's have it.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? Double A. I see you in there wrapped up and that. I don't know if it's United are just cold and you're feeling like what United are feeling right now, you know what I'm saying to you? Like cozy FC, you know?
Mate, despite the shit show, mate, you have to get yourself wrapped up with watching United, do you know what I mean? Because it's cold out here being a United fan. But other than that, unlike your dance moves, Saeed, I'm pretty good, you know? I'm pretty good, unlike your dance moves.
I liked his dance moves, man. You didn't like it? You don't like the boogie?
Listen, let me show you.
That was uncle at the barbecue settings. That's all I'm saying.
Bro, man, I love my dance.
He's getting to the uncle at barbecue settings, though.
They got banned. Oh, AFTV got banned, man. Oh, someone shut them down, man.
Wait, who got banned?
Nah, man. Rest in peace, man. AFTV 2 unrelated, man. They got banned, man. This account doesn't exist. It's peak, guys, man. You know what I mean? Fallen soldier. You know what it is, yeah? This is just because of people just being bare sad and reporting, man. Like, why are you reporting, bro? Like, why are you doing? Like, why do that, man?
Hurt feelings, isn't it? That's what it is.
No, here it is, actually. Here it is. I think they changed their name. All right, cool. It's here. Right, let me go show you now. Expressions, Aaron. Big up to Aaron. You got to there. You get me. Curtis Shaw. And there's me, man. Yeah.
Watch it. Watch it.
I got this thing. Let's go.
Come on.
Whoa!
Hey, Saeed, you are great. You are great.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Celebrate. Let me celebrate, man.
Whoa! All-time whistle blows.
Celebrate.
Liverpool 0,
Come on,
Crystal Palace.
We gotta celebrate
1.
Liverpool,
You know,
man.
that is the shot of the weekend because I think we all expected that, Tottenham, it could be tough for them at Newcastle, but that is crazy.
Come on.
That's crazy.
There you go. Bro, we gotta laugh at something, man.
Yo, word to Staffy saying you're stiffer than Amrabat, mate, because that is
that's crazy. Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, that's not even mine. That's from someone else. I'm just
that's Staffy. Yeah, I'm surprised Staffy say all that.
Big in the news. But no, good to be here as always. Best way to finish off the week, start the week, whichever way you want to look at it. Best chat on YouTube, big up, already jumping in. Yeah. Good to be with the boys, Ash, Flawless, and the man Saeed. Obviously missing Andy, but we send him our love as always.
Yeah, absolutely, always. Yeah, man. And obviously Flawless as well. Just come back from the Drake drama, you know what I'm saying, to that. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Yeah. Like, there's drama everywhere, man. Drama everywhere.
Love to see it in hip hop. That's why I was late, because the show ran over. Shout out to my brother Tux. We was discussing obviously the whole Drake, Kendrick, Rick Ross, all these diss tracks, and J. Cole apologizing and everything else. So yeah, like that's what we was discussing. But yeah, in regards to the football, whoever won the league, we'd be screwed anyway. So I'm in this for self-preservation. Self-preservation is saying, like, I don't have to hear about it from a personal standpoint. I don't know no City fans like that. I'm just looking at it, again, people completely selfishly. You know what I'm saying? From a non-selfish perspective, from our club perspective, it's Arsenal, but this club ain't done nothing to help us in the past 10 years. Look how it's ran. They don't care about us. So I'm in this. I don't need Arsenal or Liverpool fans in this content creator space running around with, running around with a league title. And it's how silent they've been. I've never been, I had to check my phone was on still. You know I'm saying? No ads, no one in the comments talking rubbish, nothing. They all just disappeared. Both of them on the same day. Because they two are the loudest fan bases, obviously, alongside ours as well. And it's the fact they believed. They drank the Kool-Aid. Told you, lot, man, don't drink the Kool-Aid. You lot drank it. So hold that.
The Kool-Aid. For real, man. Nah, big up, man. Big up to Flawless in the building, man. And big up Dale says, can I just bring up Carl? Big up Carl and Aaron. I grew up with these guys back in the day. Yeah, man. Dale, you know what I'm saying? Big up to you, mate. Appreciate it. Yeah, man. I remember my super chat earlier. I knew Villa would spoil our season, and you told me not to worry. Which one? You sent this to me today. But you know what it is? For me, I wasn't worried because I was like, bro, the season's done for me, man. There's nothing to me to worry. I've given up on the season, a couple of weeks ago, man. So for me, I kind of knew what Villa did was irrelevant because I knew, we're not going to get them points back. We're not going to do it. Simple. Amino says, I can't be asked with MUFC. Ineos, I am watching you. Listen, David Ornstein from Brizio Romano, they all come out today reporting basically that, they don't know what's going to go on. They don't know what's happening, now.
Wait, hold up. Wait, what did they say? Say that again.
They said something about basically it's 50-50 as to whether they're going to sack Ten Hag or not. That's the situation
50-50.
right now. 50-50 still, bro. They're saying, he's still part of the plans, but it's still in the balance. You know what I mean? There's no indication so far. I'll read it actually here right now.
Yeah, go on.
I think he might have been speaking to NBC. He goes, there's no decision from Ineos. They're going to consider his future in the coming weeks and months. They are working with him now at the moment, and he is privy to plans for the transfer window, although his situation is in the balance. So, and then obviously Fabrizio Romano kind of echoed that one, but broski.
So
no balance about it. That should be done and dusted. Do you know what I mean? Should be no balance about it. Like the performances, never mind the results. The performances is awful.
Yeah, talking about balance. The only balance we should be dealing with is how much we need to add to his bank balance for compensation. That's what it should be. That's the only discussion we should be having. Why is this still in the balance? Why is this still a debate? I hope this is kind of like just PR where they're like, all right, we don't want to. Like I've said time and time again, Ineos are on the clock with this. They are on the clock. And this decision, among many others, will let me know how serious they are at the start of the season. Because there's no way you can see our performances, our results, and think that's privy to transfer dealings. What?
Bro, you shouldn't touch another
I hope
penny.
I'm wrong on this. I've said this about Ineos that I don't trust him. But we'll see.
Yeah, you did say that, you know. And to be honest with you, what they've done well for me is obviously the football structure. But I always said, like, broski, like if they get it wrong, everybody needs to be on their coattails and be like, yo, like we are watching you. Do you get me? Like, you have to prove it to us.
There is no football structure. They're promising the world, and they've not produced anything. They've Barada, but he's not here till the summer. I mean, that's useless. And they're chasing, you know, they're chasing two people that they can't get hold of. And whichever way you look at it, Sergio Ratcliffe having to go to Newcastle to beg to release Ashworth, to me, shows a sign of desperation, because you don't trust Brailsford to go and do the job for you. Why is he having to get involved in everything? And I've said from the jump, I don't trust them. They were never my option. Full sale only. Still to this day, I'll back that no matter what. I just think he's another Glazer. I don't think he's got the best intentions of the club at heart. It's a vanity project. Apparently, he's a Manchester United fan, wants to own part of the club. He's in the position to do so because of his wealth or whatever. Couldn't buy the club outright. Has been whittled down, been chiseled down by the Glazers to own a little bit, and then just passed over the football side, because that means the Glazers can still rake in the money without anything coming back on them. They can all just throw it on him, and he'll get hung out to dry when it goes tits up again. I just don't trust anything. How it's taken near enough over 2 months now to try and get the sporting director, football director in the door is a joke. And it doesn't, for me, if they act like this way in regards to transfers as you do with the sporting side and you know the structure, does that mean we're waiting again, like we have done previously? We're waiting all summer for one signing. No, what you need to do is if he's unattainable and Newcastle are asking for £20 million for him, you move on. You should have a short list of sporting directors you want through the door.
Sorry to cut you off. Is he not on garden and leave though currently?
Well, yeah, but it's one of those. Then if they've said garden leave and we're releasing from that early, if you give us 20 million, you say, well, fuck you, and we'll move on to the next target. His best mate Mitchell's free and doing nothing, and apparently that he was the guy that they wanted at first. Yeah. Go and get him then. Go and get him. You know, he's seen with you. He's a close friend. Why is he not good enough for the job then? Ashworth can't be the be all and end all. Why are other clubs not banging down the door for him then if he's this good? Do you know what I mean? So there's got to be other people out there. If we're waiting for him for this long, and you know there's rumors it might not be till next year, he better pull up some fucking trees. He better do something magical then, because the pressure is on you from day one. And I just don't think, like Stephanie's saying now, nothing has changed. It's the same old shit, just with this newfound hope that some people have that Ineos are going to come in and do wonders. But everything you hear, all the rumours you hear about this British core, and listen, for them not to close down the Potter and Southgate rumours, first of all, I'm not saying it's true and I don't believe it is true, but for someone who wants best in class in every position, for those two names to be linked to you closely and not be shut down quickly, what worries me a lot about what we might see from this ownership or, you know, this part buying. I just don't trust it as far as I can throw it. And if they're saying they're still 50-50 on whether this absolute monstrosity of a manager that should be in air quotes,
for real
manager, if he's still even close to be staying in this job after the shit we're seeing. I mean, what are we doing? And if they do put Potter and Southgate in charge, mate,
it's good to see that Fabrizio quashed it today. He said, you know, that Southgate and you know Potter are not in the plans of the managers. There's no contact. Yeah, he said there's no contact between Manchester United and Gareth Southgate. Absolutely none at all. So he's kind of quashed it. And I said it to you guys before. Yeah, here it is as well. Yeah, there it is. Big up to Ridwan. There was no contact at all. You know, so anybody that's thinking about that, like I said to you, You know who's spreading the rumors. I don't need to mention his name. He's doing it because everybody who's on the fence then will stay with Ten Hag because he believes that there's only 2 candidates there. So if you are Ten Hag out, you must feel guilty. Broski, relax. Relax yourselves, man. You know what I mean? It won't be them 2. You know what I'm saying? It won't be Southgate, definitely, because of the way the England role is as well and when he finishes. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, Ten Hag, regardless of it's Southgate, anybody, first thing is first, he must be sacked. Yeah? So that's the first thing. I don't really care as to, but who you're going to go and get next. My thoughts on that. I've always said it. That question there should not be the premise of your argument. First of all, is the guy that's in the job right now good enough for his role? If he's not, then let's focus on that. And right now, we have seen that he is not good at his role. And then we'll get to that other matter when it needs to be got to. Or I'm not the man that's meant to be doing it. There's meant to be people there who are the best in class. Omar Berrado. You know, he's meant to be the guy that's sorting it out, by the way. Omar Berrado. Because he, like I said to you, is in charge of footballing operations, or at least football and business side of it. They come hand in hand. Yes. So he's going to sort it out. He's a CEO. It's not my job. It's not my job. So at the end of the day, that's what's going to happen. But this manager can no longer stay. He's leaving press conferences early because he's pressed about questions. But had it been about, how are you finding your time in Manchester so far? He would have answered that question. But because they said to him, you could be the worst manager since Fergie, post-Fergie.
Ever.
You could be. And he said, it's not an appropriate time to talk about it. Well, when is not appropriate time to talk about it?
It's not appropriate.
It's the reality.
After a game where we've drew and dropped a place in the league, is not an appropriate time to talk about it. Like what? So
imagine if Pep or Klopp or Sir Alex would have taken that question. Imagine the reaction they would have had. They'd have come out bullish. They'd come out strong. How dare you ask that question? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like you watch at the end of my tenure. You watch what I'm about. You see the performances. You're speaking too early. Instead the way he is, the little meek attitude, the kind of almost defeatist attitude that he has. I can't stand it. You know what? I'd hope that they're saying there about Southgate and Potter, you know, there's been no links, there's been no communications. I would have kind of hoped there was some communication just to show that it isn't all Ten Hag in. I mean, just to kind of hear people out say, look, we're searching for a manager, you know, just touching base with agents and stuff, just so that we know that we're definitely moving forward from Ten Hag. So it is a little bit worrying because all indications so far is that we're sticking with Ten Hag. And what Double A's been saying and Flawless have been saying and Ineos, I mean, they've yet to show why they should be trusted. And I'd want to see a little bit of action, a little bit of movement. We all got hyped with a Brada signing, and rightly so. We got hyped with a Brada signing. It came out of nowhere. You know, big man from, you know, one of the best sporting organisations. As much as it pains me to say, over the last 10 years, you putting that club together and everything he's done within that organisation, but. I mean, what's going on with the Dan Ashworth and delaying it and waiting? I mean, he's got gardening leave, yeah? His gardening leave's, 12 months? So we're going to wait 12, 18 months for him? Is that what we're going to do? Yeah. It's madness. How long are we going to wait? Like we were saying there, these other directors out there, these other people out there can go and get. There's Claude Blanc, who's within the Ineos organisation, that they could put in that role for now, and you know, until he gets his man eventually. These Andrea Burr, these other people that can be brought in, but the fact that we're kind of stalling everything at the moment, it's worrying. It's worrying.
Yeah. I feel Erik ten Hag in theory is good, but reality is shit. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? That's the reality we're dealing with right now. Listen, I wasn't in favor of getting an interim to the end of the season. I wasn't. You know, that's why I said why the title of the video is why is Erik ten Hag still here? I wasn't in favor of an interim, but it's got to that point now where I think an interim is what's needed just to get a bit of positivity around the club, just to get a bit of I think he deserves to be sacked. You know, right now, the fact that we are 13 points behind fourth, like, you know, it's
was it 1 win in 7?
Crazy.
1 win in
7. 1 win in 7. You know,
minus 1 goal.
7.
12
minus 1
defeats
goal
in the
difference.
league.
Take the penalty away. Take the penalty away. We had one shot on target against Bournemouth.
Come on,
we're getting battered by every team in the league. It's not yesterday is not a one-off, is it? It's not we're not overreacting because of one bad result, are we? This is the theme of the whole fucking season. We're getting, Bournemouth battered us at home 3-0. Fulham have beat us at home. Wolves should have beat us at home in the first game of the season. It's not a coincidence that teams are just dicking us left, right, and centre. I'll say Ayo for flawless. Ayo. It's happening. It's happening all the time. This is a theme, and yet the manager's saying, "Well, this is the way I want to play. This is the way I set out my team." Delo's come out last night. Saying,
"Yeah, I seen that. Exposed him."
We can talk about Garnacho liking tweets, and it's happened all season because Garnacho's getting heat for it now. And I was watching the Man Them talk last night, and he was saying, and people were linking it to Sancho, which I don't agree with, but. If you look earlier on, even Ahmad was liking tweets about going back to Sunderland, or was liking posts about going back to Sunderland when he wasn't getting picked. So it's not just about Sancho and Garnacho. Ahmad's done it as well. You've got a whole fucking Rashford situation that's going on. Clearly doesn't give a shit. And people, there's people putting out videos of him running yesterday, and it's like, but that's like
I see that.
That's not the norm. So the fact you're doing that proves that it's not the fucking norm that he does it all the time, because it should be the case that we shot a video of him not giving a shit. But that happens far
Let
too
me
often.
respond to this guy here. He says, Big P, Said, you chatting shit, sack the manager, but you got no effing clue who the next manager. Again, I don't care. Gasha, you're talking absolute rubbish. Yeah? Is this manager good enough? Yes or no? So why are we talking about things that are out of fans' control? Are you the DOF? Are you the CEO? Are we in a qualified position? No. So please, respectfully, shut your mouth. Yeah? I've had enough. Yeah? Listen, I am not people that are responsible for sorting out this club. I am here to look at how we're playing, judge as a fan, and call it out. Praise, or if I need to do criticism. Both, yeah? So you coming on here thinking, but what about the other manager? Broski, we don't care. We don't care. Yeah. Like we didn't have control about if it was Jim Ratcliffe or it was what's it called, Sheikh Jassim. We didn't have a choice, did we? We didn't. It's whoever comes in. So simple as that, mate. So if you look better than me, you come give your opinions as to what's going on. Instead of putting out this dense argument that has no basis, no nothing. You'd not even come here correct. Get out of here, man.
The thing is, Saeed, when you throw it back onto these people, man, and I'll hold my hands up. I was one of these people that was on at Hughes early on in the season. I was saying stick by it for the end of the season. Let's just see, blah blah blah. Blinded by my eyes have been wide open, and I throw it on you guys. Can you name me someone? Can you tell me who it should be? But now I'm in the camp of, well, he needs to go. It's not a case of trusting a process or giving him the structure, giving him the keys, giving him another summer. It's the case of what we are watching is not going to change. It's not going to turn. He can't turn it around. Yep. At this point in time, Erik ten Hag could not turn this team around to make it play good. And then all people will say to you when you throw it back to him and say, well, yeah, but tell us who you want as a manager. When you say, well, why should he stay? It's a case of, well, we could win a cup. Well, look at the injuries he's had. It's like, look at the injuries other teams have had. Look at Newcastle, ravaged with injuries, still play the way the manager wants to play, no matter who comes into the team. No matter who comes into the team, they have an identity. They have, throughout the club, they know the way they want their team to play. And each player knows their role, and they trust in the manager. They trust in what they're told on the training pitch, and they go out there and they give it the best. These players don't give a flying fuck what that manager is saying to them every single day on the training pitch. They can't do. And people will say, no, you can tell they're fighting for him. Look at the Liverpool game. No, the Liverpool game was a massive one-off in the FA Cup. And that was a free-for-all, which we did against Chelsea, and we ended up on the reverse of that scoreline. So don't start and say, oh, well, yeah, but look what they did against Liverpool. Because in the league game, we fucking should have got beat 5 or 6, 6-1, 6-2, whatever it was. We got absolutely hammered. You
and
can't
even
tell
in the
me.
second half, let's be honest, against Liverpool, the second half of the FA Cup game, they took the eye off the ball and they took it easy on us, man. They should have buried their chances as well. Okay, we give United credit for coming back, but ultimately, like, there's not a clear game where United absolutely deserve to win the game, especially in these kind of games. We don't. So
We've not looked like we deserve to win one game this season. 60 minutes against Wolves is the best we've had all season, and even then we almost shit the bed. And it took Manu to rescue us there. No one can tell me anything that this manager has shown this season that he deserves to stay in post. Not one person can. And
he's not got one redeemable quality, has he? He's not got one redeemable quality. Like, what does he do good? We spoke about it.
Not one. And this reliance on people that are failing week in, week out in the team. Rashford, Bruno, Casemiro, even now. Like, how he's looked at those three yesterday and then decided to keep two of them on for 90 minutes. And he brings Manu off. And he's got his 60. He's got the kid he chased all summer and spent the most money on in the transfer budget, sitting on the bench, hasn't got a fucking clue what to do with him. Don't bring him on till the 77th minute.
Mason Mount. Run around for 10 minutes, Mount.
Mate,
I wouldn't even come on, man. Don't Ten Hag, man. Mason Mount, I'm telling you right now, man. Like, I don't know why he thinks he can do something in 10 minutes, bro. Like, what? Seriously. Big up to Nate says Ten Hag plays kick and rush football. Tifo did a great video on it. Kick it deep to pace and have the midfielders collect second balls. Absolute rubbish. Listen, you know what's mad, yeah? I think the whole dynamic of our team, yeah, is lost. Look at even the goal they scored the first goal. Do you see Maguire? Broski, why didn't you come across? Again, flat-footed. Midfield, absolutely non-existent. Attack, no fluidity. Hojlund's looking poor, and we'll get on to Hojlund. We got Garnacho coming off thinking that he's got a divine right to play every game. We got Rashford. Bro, let's be honest. What did he do the whole game? But we're now praising him running around. Like, the standards of this football club is absolutely gone, man. Every single part and component of our team, and even the guys that are playing decent, or we're playing decent in Dalot and maybe Kobe Mino, they're suffering right now. Their game is gone now because they're now put into the cauldron of absolute madness that is Man United. You know what's mad about United? We're always getting smothered, man. Like, we're always getting absolutely bro, run down. When you're getting chased and that by dogs and that, back in the day and that, it's getting chased, bro. Like, man, everyone just legs it. That's what we do, man. You know what I'm saying? You're in the five-a-side and that. But I used to be back in the five-a-side, yeah, and then there'd be this one guy, man, with his pit bull and that, and he just flipping let it go, yeah, and the whole of the five-a-side, they're just gone. That's what we do, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just get run down by dogs, man, and we're running around just headless. Nowhere. We're not going anywhere. Bro.
It starts on the training ground.
Yeah.
It starts on the training ground, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's the basics, the simple things. It's things that what players get taught to hold the ball, and when you've got the ball, to know which man you're passing to next. Very basic, very simple things. Do you know what I mean? Just shield the ball, hold the ball. Have someone there, have options. Do you know what I mean? These players, they look like they've never spoken to each other before. It's looked like and we've said it many times before, they look like they've been randomly assembled together, having never spoken, having never played. These players train week in, week out. You never see anyone shout for the ball, call for the ball. Do you know what I mean? They're there shielding and trying to hold on to it and trying to play through. And there's no structure within this team. It's all very basic stuff. You look at Marcus Rashford, all he ever does, he just runs at the defender. He never looks to move the ball inside. And then with Bruno overlapping and then maybe a fullback overlapping, he's consistently just runs at his man. If he gets past his man, snapshot, never looks to cross it, never looks to, draw the ball in field. Never, just constantly just runs into his first defender. And it's the same almost for all our attacking players. It looks like not one of them has played together. Do you know what I mean? It's madness, and you see it, and it all starts on the training ground. It's simple, basic stuff. You're watching Bournemouth yesterday. Bournemouth look like a proper coach team. Iraola, coming from Rayo Vallecano, they were playing incredible. They were the top 5 team over in the Liga. Comes to Bournemouth, he's had what? Half a season. He started off a little bit poorly. He's got his team together, got them working, got them gelled as a unit, and they overran us yesterday. It was embarrassing. We just couldn't. as we said many times, we couldn't hold on to the ball for a minute. We could not hold on to the ball for a minute. You know what makes me laugh about Ten Hag as well? I don't know if you saw the moment where he's like, keep calm, pass it. What's he want? Does he want the ball to get in behind and push the ball forward, or does he want to pass it? It seems like he's sending mixed messages to his players. Like they have no idea what he wants to eat. He has no idea what he wants. Do you know what I mean? It's poor football, and it's
now, you know what it is though. You can't expect, You can't. What's the word? Is you can't teach an old dog new
teach
tricks.
the old dog new tricks. Yeah.
You can't just tell this Man United team all of a sudden.
I ain't gonna lie, Saeed. I was waiting for you to butcher that one still. I was waiting for a new Saeed as well.
I did well.
You did well, man. I'm waiting for you to say, you can't teach a new dog old tricks or something like that.
You can't teach an old parrot new words or something like that, innit?
That's it, man.
Sorry, man. I got our jokes to this because it's so bad. But go on, carry on.
True.
It's so bad.
But it's true. You can't expect it when Ash is saying, right, keep the ball. You can't just say all of a sudden, right, let's keep the ball when you don't advise that in training. That's not your ethos. That's not your mantra. This is not your philosophy. That's not what you tell them in training. But all of a sudden, when you're flipping on lifeline support and you need help and you're worried and you're mad, everyone keep the ball. Broski, you don't initiate that. We're not proactive enough in that kind of field, So for you to expect that, I just think it's ludicrous. It's mad. It's like when we expect Rashford to be a consistent winger. It's not going to happen. You know what I mean? We're asking Casemiro to be fit and mobile. It's not going to happen now. It's not. So now can you work around it? If you know Casemiro isn't great at covering the grounds, you know it already. So why is the midfield so open? Yeah. Why don't you go and get Amrabat next to him or someone that's next to him that's competent? Why? Because if you know that Hojlund doesn't get any service, then why not get people around him that are better for him in terms of, that are better suited towards his needs? Yeah. Why don't you try and help him out? Yeah. It's just simple logic. Like I just don't get it, bro. Don't get it.
You know what's... Sorry, go on, double.
I was going to say, people talk about the weaknesses of Ten Hag, and a lot of it is the stubbornness, or he's not a coach. He doesn't have a game plan or whatever. I think his biggest weakness is his inability to adapt to situations. He's far too reactive than he is proactive. We don't have a proactive manager. Facts. He when something's going wrong, we cannot. How can we see in the first 15 minutes of a game that United are going to be absolutely dog shit and something needs changing? We're just fans watching the game. How can we all see it? Yet the man being paid the big money to make these decisions cannot change it around to get a hold of a game and think on his feet and think, right, well, that's clearly not working. Yeah. So I need to change. He doesn't ever do it. He keeps everything the same. And it's almost like, doing the definition of insanity is doing the same thing again and again and hoping for different results. I hope he's got that in a frame on his wall at home, because that's clearly all he lives by, that mantra, because he clearly doesn't think anything's ever going to change. Rashford can stink out the gaff all season long. He shouldn't have started yesterday. There's no way Rashford should be starting a game yesterday. Absolutely not. But
no chance.
What does Ahmed have to do to literally get a start in this team? Because all he can do is what is asked of him, and I think he's done enough. The Liverpool game alone should have got him at least half. He didn't even play in the Chelsea game after that. He didn't do anything, did he?
He was suspended for that one.
It was the Brentford game he was suspended for, wasn't it? He was suspended for Brentford.
Brentford,
And the Chelsea game, he didn't get a fucking minute. And then he struck. I think the Liverpool game after that, he's not. So he's not done. He's barely played him at all since he scored the winner. And I just think he's so set in his ways now that he will never change anything. And it's a case of it's my way or the highway. But your highway is leading us off a cliff, mate.
That is so. I'm gonna use that at a later date. That is a wonder. Sorry, double. That is smart.
People say the fraud thing, and he shouldn't say that, but he's a fraud because he's led us to believe
from day one.
This, and he's not what we thought we were getting. He's not what we thought we were getting.
Yeah, but he's a con artist, though. Big up to Olu says, if we try deserving Nagelsmann and no progress in 18 months, there'll be no crime in letting them go. We can always try until we get it right. I've always said that, though. I've always said that, like, this the beauty of now, Ineos now, they can sack and hire, as much as they please because they're the new football structure. Obviously, it doesn't look great on your CV if you're hiring and firing, but this idea that, you can't be successful at doing that, Abramovich showed it. Juventus have shown it. Bayern Munich have shown it. And then Real Madrid have shown it. There's top teams that have shown it. You know what I'm saying? This idea that you can't...
It's literally modern day football.
It's mad.
It's modern day football.
Modern day football.
That's what it is. It's modern day football. Like Pep's the only exception to the rule who's been somewhere consistently and won. When you look at all the major teams across Europe who've been successful, they chop and change managers. I don't get this whole scared of change. What if the next manager fails? You get a manager after that. What if he fails? You get a manager after that, and so forth, and so forth, and so forth, until you find the correct manager, which we've done in our history, by the way, people. Not every manager who has managed at Manchester United has been successful. We've had more unsuccessful managers than successful managers. Go back. All you have to do is just go Google that, and you will spot that. We might as well have just stuck with Moyes then. If that's the case, if that's the attitude, might as well have. But no, Moyes wasn't good enough. Neither was Mourinho. Neither was Van Gaal. Neither was Oli. And neither was Ten Hag. And that's okay, because we're going to get it wrong. You might just stay in the same relationship. You might just stay in the same relationship then. Or to any females, or you just stay with the same person. Just because you don't want to change, even though it's clearly not working. It's like, no, you move on. Because I was still listening, even though I was awake. A man are talking about, you don't know who the next manager is to get. We all have ideas. All four of us here have listed off managers in the past and can list off managers now.
They don't want to hear though.
It's on the people who are paid the big money to deal with that. We just here giving our opinion on said things. But what is the solution? Because you might see that too many people in this who criticize us have problems for every solution. Any solution we have, they have a problem for it. I'm tired of that. Problems for every. I hate people like that. Just in general, just in life, problems for every solution.
What if? No, just short, man. Like we'll give an answer. We'll keep it moving.
Like Ten Hag's clearly not good enough. Like what more evidence? And that's scary that they're saying that. I hope that's just PR. Back to what? I'm hoping it's just PR, but it's in the balance. What is in the balance,
bro? But you know what it is though. They're just thinking that because Arteta was there for 4 years and and you know what I mean.
And the thing is, on that side, what has Arteta won?
There you go.
People say this all the time. Arteta's done this and done that. What has he done at Arsenal? When did participation become a trophy? When did competing become a trophy?
Do you know what he has done? He won an FA Cup with Emery's players. So is that.
Mad. That's mad.
He won an FA Cup and then spent north of 600 million and spent north of 600 mil and got diddly to show for it. Apart from best defense in Europe, and we compete, and that's it. Is that what we do? Are we aiming to be second place? Everyone wants to be Robin now. Is that the plan? Everyone wants to be Luigi. That's what it is.
You know what's mad?
Number twos. No pun intended.
But also, it's an anomaly. Like Arteta could have been sacked. He got the backing, but this happens rare in football. And I just look at it, I think, like we're now relying on things to go our way, and for Ten Hag to. I think it's come to the point now where money won't change Ten Hag. Like money doesn't change a lot of people. Money can change people, and it can change the way people work, the way people move, the way people act. Or money could just be something that helps them along life, like it just can aid you, like it can benefit you. It won't determine
money, what money does. Yeah, it just enhances whoever you are. Whatever you like to do, you're gonna do more of with money. So, for example, if you like watching football and going to matches, if you become a millionaire, you're gonna go to more games. Like simple as that. Like that. Whatever you like, that's what it was. Money don't change people. It just enhances enhances further who you are as a person. Yeah. So whatever you like to do, you're going to do more of. Type thing. That's it. But Ten Hag is finished, man. Pressure. Manchester United job is different.
What would the money do? The money won't change his tactics. He keeps talking about we need better players and it could help with us, bro.
He doesn't sign better players. He doesn't sign better players.
They're your players.
He doesn't sign. He signs shit. He signs absolute shit.
They're your guys, bro. What are we talking about?
If we look at every signing he's made has caused us issues. Every single signing. Martinez can't stay fucking fit. Ericsson got fucking injured and has come back a shit player. Malassia's on fucking Mars somewhere doing fucking something. I don't even know what the fuck he's doing. Hojlund is struggling in this team. Antony has struggled in this team. Casemiro now is a detriment to this team, apparently. Every fucking signing he has made has caused this team issues. I do not trust him with a fucking scratch card. Never mind millions and millions of pounds.
Scratch card.
To try and turn it around. He's talking out of his fucking ass. It's boring now to the point of like, and this is another narrative that needs to be shut down. It's because we're saying we don't want this failure at our club any longer, because this season, no manager should go from what he did last season to what he's doing now, because the fall off is ridiculous.
To be fair, last season wasn't great. Do you know what I mean?
No.
You had Liverpool.
Wasn't great.
So what I mean is, it was something to build on. The only thing I'm taking from last season is it was a start. That it was something to build on, because he got somewhere that they probably shouldn't have deserved to be. So you take what you took from last season, and then you build on that. What he has done, he shit all over it and then kicked it over, because he's ruined it all. He's ruined every little thing he did from last season. So I'm sick of this. Like, now the fact that we're saying we don't want him means that, so do you mean all these shit players you don't like have to stay? No, they can fuck off as well. Why does it have to be one or the other? When we want everything to change, I want the ownership to change. I would happily keep the Manchester United name, the stadium, the club, the brand deals, keep all that. Everything else can fuck off. All of them, everything. Just change it all. Change every player can fuck off. Every player can go. The manager can go. The coaches can go. It can all fuck off. Start from scratch. I'm happy with that. There's not one player I am backing over the manager. Not one of them. They're just as bad as the manager, because they're facilitating this culture that they are bigger than the club. They all do it. We see it every single week, and the manager does it as well. So they're all as complicit as each other. The only problem is, he's the one picking the team. He's the one on the training pitch. He's the one in the press conferences. He is the one that is responsible for what we see day to day and week to week on the football pitch. Because it is so shit, it's because we are the worst team in the league. And let's be honest, we are the worst footballing team in the league.
In the league, yes.
In the league. Sheffield United play better football than us. Like, I'm watching Palace at Liverpool today. We couldn't dream. No, we couldn't dream of playing like that at Anfield. We couldn't dream of playing. The goal they scored, we could not do at Anfield. We couldn't do it. We couldn't do it. And we was there, and we battened down the hatches for 90 minutes and prayed for a breakaway goal. They played Liverpool off the park in that first half. Like they could have been 2 or 3 up. We couldn't dream of doing that. So why should I sit here and think, but he got a cup last season. We could get a cup this season. Give him till next. No, because it'll just be a shit then with more shit players that we don't fucking like there. So what are we waiting for? Pull the trigger, fuck him off, and build for next season now. That's the best thing to do.
I think the best thing that you said there was the Palace game today is an indictment, because they don't have great players. Eze's quality, Eze was very good. Elise, that's it. You man go to sit here and say, go get Will Hughes and go get Lerma and go get the Scandinavian centre back. I forgot his name. And go get Klein and go get Henderson back. Is that what we need to do? Okay, is that? And again, like, that goes to show how important a system is, that Palace can go. And even if they would have lost today, and this is where people get mistaken and do too much results-based analysis. Even if they lose, there's a way to lose, because the performance was there. They gave Liverpool a game. Even though Liverpool are miles better than Crystal Palace. Their manager's better, their players are better, and it's at Anfield. Everything going into that game, apart from them getting battered by Atalanta in midweek, which was beautiful, was in Liverpool's favour. But yeah, Palace can go there and give them. How much does their squad cost? Manager's been there, and all this time. How long's the manager been there? How many transfer windows?
He's been there a couple of months.
So he's not had it. So Saeed, even me.
Not had a transfer window.
The brightest, so he's not had a transfer window, so that means he's not been able to add any of his own players to play his own style.
Nope.
But yet he went there and played a back 3, which Palace haven't and didn't under Hodgson, and went and gave Liverpool a game with Mateta up top, who I think is awful, by the way. But yeah, they gave. So how come we can do that? But we got Casemiro and Varane and Maino and Garnacho and Hojlund and Delo and Wan-Bissaka, who we bought from Palace, by the way. And we need more money. We need 300 more million spent to make that a cohesive unit. And that's what I always talk about all the time, about being organized. That's what Palace were. Organized with a clear plan. And look what happened. They got to win.
Yep, 100%. The super chat here, big up to Big Ben, says sad to see fans back in Ten Hag blame the old dead players, but the same fans can't see that he's the one playing them and benching his own signings. Big up to Nate says Ten Hag went wrong by backing players that have failed. Notice how he doesn't say Rashford will score goals anymore. He says he wants to score goals. Bro, listen, we ain't scoring no goals, man. We're -1. You know,
It's middle of April.
I can't believe it. April, brothers. Yeah, let me just show you the table, right? I mean, for those that just want to see it and they want to take it in, yeah, and they don't believe me and they think I'm being negative and stuff like that, I'm going to show you the table right now, and this is the reality of where Manchester United are this season. So obviously,
what about the goal difference over the 2 seasons? Say the goal difference over the 2 seasons. What is it like? 13 or something?
Oh, yeah, 14 in it, I think.
14, because it didn't change from last week. So it was in. So United have got 50 points, right? Our worst ever season, I think we got 58 points. It could be, yeah. I think, Ralph Rangnick got 58 points. So, like I said, 32 games played.
15, and this team he spent 400 million on as well. Like you compare that to the Rangnick team, he spent 400 million on this team.
12 losses. 69 goals. No, that's 47 goals.
47 goals.
47, bro. Can you believe it?
It's April. April, we've not even scored 50 goals. We've not even scored 50 goals by April.
50 goals.
Fucking hell.
That's mad.
And people want to stay.
Scored more than us. Chelsea, West Ham have scored more than us. Fulham have scored more than us. Bournemouth have scored more than us. Crystal Palace. No, that's it. They scored 37. Bro, look at this, man. Brentford have scored more than us.
Same as Brentford.
You know what I mean? It's crazy. Luton Town 1 less or 2 less. Luton Town, it is mad. You know what I'm saying?
And you know the thing is, it's not like we're doing anything different. It's not like he's teaching them to do anything different on the training ground. He's been doing the same things over and over again. Like what Double A is saying, it's the madness. She keeps repeating the same things over and over again.
Yep. And like I said, the maddest thing about it is we are 13 points behind a third position. You know what I'm saying to you? It is mad. It is mad. Newcastle have gone above us. You know what I'm saying? They've got as well. They've got same games. Oh, same games played. So they've got a game in hand as well.
Did someone say if Chelsea win their 2 games in hand, they go above us? Is that true?
Yeah. But they're 2 games in hand. They're 2 games in hand. Spurs, and don't worry about it.
Chelsea winning 2 games in a row. I mean,
do you know what I mean? Where do our next points come from? I even expect Sheffield United and Burnley to give us a game.
Coventry they gave Chelsea games though. Don't worry about it, man. We'll be all right. As bad as we are, we ain't Chelsea.
What's he doing the right way now with Antony and Garnacho? Do you know what I mean? Because he's fell out with Antony. He's fell out with Garnacho. What's going on?
That's a good. That's a good question about Garnacho.
Let me tell you what's happened then. So here's the update. Yeah. So this Sam guy that works for who I'm not going to mention their channel. Everybody knows who they are. Yeah. So basically, he's come out spouting nonsense this morning. Yeah. Basically trying to cover up Ten Hag, innit? So he's basically saying Ten Hag didn't storm out post Bournemouth press conference. Sources saying that press officer had ended the conference by that point. Garnacho was ill all week and only trained Friday, hence played 45 minutes. And Antony did not complete training on Friday due to injury, not thought to be serious, and should be back for the game. So that's that, yeah. So you got insiders. Everybody know Insider, that insider guy that does all the any issues related to training. He gets it spot on, to be fair. So he says Antony was fit, 100% fit after Friday's team sessions. Whether he got an illness that ruled him out of yesterday's game, I don't know. Not hearing any news of fallout between him and management as of yet, so won't be making anything up or speculate. That was what was told yesterday.
Garnacho was in on Wednesday. Garnacho was in Wednesday because his training pics of him being in on Wednesday.
That's what I'm saying. So this Sam guy, basically said that Garnacho
Talking out of his ass.
was talking about his ass. He goes, Garnacho only played Friday, but what's this here then? Remember when Scholes was taking a piss out of him? Remember Scholes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was on Friday.
So Scholes was talking about.
You know what? I get that with Scholes as well, you know, because when you got your hood up, you can't see anyone. Do you know what I mean? Like, you struggle, you've got to, especially someone like Paul Scholes. Like, you've got to be able to see what you're doing. You've got to be able to be aware of where your players are. Do you know what I mean? It's madness that you're shielded.
I think it's that, though. When you're just looking down and running into defenders, it don't really matter, mate. You can
I was just about to say the same thing, Ash. Hoods on or hoods not. We got no
got the blinders on.
We got no vision as it is. It don't matter.
Like a Shire horse.
Yeah, shoulders on, not hoods on or hoods not. Oh, it's.
Yeah, and then there was another thing as well. Quite earlier on today, there was a couple of other people who broke a couple of situations up, saying basically that everything that people are saying is false. And that,
but Antony wasn't like deemed not fit, so there's obviously something going on there. Do you know what I mean? And that's his guy. Like, he's falling out with Antony now. If he's falling out with everyone, like, you know, he can't. He's got no man management unless they adhere into his rules and taking like strict guidance from him. He wants them out. And that's not the way of football. You've seen in football throughout history, the Mavericks are the beautiful players, the players like Ronaldinho's, do you know what I mean? The players like Paul Gascoigne, the players that are Mavericks, that have that kind of attitude off the field. I mean, listen, Teve's no angel, but for us under Sir Alex Ferguson, he used to train him in another group. Once it comes Saturday, Sunday, he knew that he could bring him into the first team and play him. Like, top managers, they deal with these players like your Eden Hazards, etc. Do you know what I mean? The players that may not be great trainers on the training field, but when it comes to match day, they turn up and that's when they perform. So the very top managers have been able to deal with the Mavericks in football. This man, at the moment anyone kind of steps out of line, he's like, right, I can't deal with you. I don't know how to deal with you. Get out of the club.
Yeah. So this comment here as well, big up to Abdul. Yeah, I know this guy in it, and he's got quite a few links with Man United and just in general. Like, he knows people around the club in it, and he basically come out to basically quash Sam what he said. He said Antony walked out from training once he was told the lineup. No club brief to you guys will change the reality. And then one guy goes here. Also, Garnacho trained more than once. And then obviously he said here, I let a few others post it first, but I got sick and tired of TUS just pushing out BS that the club hand to them. Yeah. So basically, you get me? Like, people are just lying in it just to protect this manager. And like I said, if you get paid off by the club, the club will want you to spread a certain propaganda that everything's in control. So if you want access from the club, you've got to make sure certain things get put out in a certain way so that Man United isn't a chaos. Man United isn't leaking stuff out. Man United is on the right path. You know what I mean? You have to do it. And if you don't do it, then we're not going to give you access to the club. We're not. That's how it works. You give me something and I'll give you something. And bro, I'm not part of that and I never will do. But this is what happens. A dangerous game, bro. That's why it's got to be you, man. Stop. You know what I mean?
I just want to know how he deals with this Garnacho situation. That's all. How's he dealing with this?
There you go.
He has to hold the same energy he did for. As much as I don't agree with what Sancho did, it's different horses for courses, but it has to be the same. But then you look at, you know, if Rashford can go and disrespect you and you don't do anything and you're just a cook who's like, oh, he's served his suspension, he's back in the team. He's already buckled to play a power once this season with Rashford for me. That was definitely a buckling. But he has to hold the same energy. He has to hold the same energy, you know. Because it's a blatant disregard for your manager, like liking something like that. It's calling the manager out for throwing a player under the bus, which I think he did. It's one of those. He doesn't protect players.
Do you think he threw him under the bus?
I think, yeah, the way he said it. I think it sounded like it was very directed at Garnacho.
He was at fault for the
collect.
No, I'm just asking to gauge.
Yeah. From me, from what I think it was. But we know Ten Hag isn't very good in talking to the press. We know he's not very, and they'll probably say, "Oh, it got lost in translation" or some bollocks like that. Do you know what I mean? But this whole thing, the multiple instances now of him falling out with his team We believe Casemiro was in. It has been in the mix. He pushed Maguire out. Varane, he wouldn't play in a derby for tactical reasons. Bullshit. Rashford once or twice already. Sancho, Garnacho, Antony now. How many times?
But you know what it is, though?
You start to think it's actually the manager that is the main cause of all this bollocks.
Absolutely. But you know what it is, though, yeah? And big up, let me just get these super chats in. Big up Owinski says, at this point, Eric Ten Hag is trying to save face by playing the same senior influential players, hoping they'll back him, get the hell out of here. Hopeless Eric Ten Hag. And big up to Sheik, man. Big up to you, man. Love.
Big up my guy Sheik every single time.
Yeah, man. Big up the panel. Work to flawless. Keep the same energy they had for Sancho. He's losing the players, his players as well. You know what's mad, yeah? I feel like ultimately, yeah, with Eric Ten Hag now, I've always noticed, man, he's very, very awkward with speaking and communicating with people in terms of like, his mannerisms. He's very, very kind of like, he's stubborn in the way he is. And he's then thought, you know what, if I have a group of solid, like number 11, like solid 11, sorry, then everyone else will follow suit and work as hard as these guys. But if you're not giving same amount of opportunities, this is why Antony won. He had enough. He's like, I'm playing better than these lot. And listen, whatever you think of Antony, cool. But I think for me, Antony has been outperforming the rest of them in terms of his impact, his actual game time. You can see like, Antony's doing his thing, man. He deserves a start. But he hasn't got a start. I don't think he had one start. Since he's been playing well, yeah, I don't think he's had one start for Man United.
This is just another error of the manager. It's just another, again, we could just pick them out one by one on a game-by-game basis of the manager, mistakes he makes before the games with the lineup, mistakes he makes in-game without changing the lineup, the subs he does make, game management, how you failing in post-match press conference?
Yeah,
it's the easiest thing in the world. You could just say like same answer in like FIFA career mode where you have a set answer. You could legit do that in real life and you're all right. If you lose the game, you could easily say we weren't good enough today. We'll work on it in training. Simple. And when you do play well, which is rare for us, you turn around and say, yeah, we played well, but we still have levels to go up because this is Manchester United Football Club. They're the two answers you can give for every scenario, whether it's a horrible defeat or whether it's a great victory or redraw. And you're messing that up. Again, pressure. That's what's got to this manager. That's why he's just failing. I've never seen a manager fail so spectacularly at everything. Ash said it a couple of weeks ago, and I've been saying it ever since. What is good? Somebody tell me. The people who are backing this still and backing this manager and these players and currently what is going on, what is currently good? What are the positives?
Nothing.
Like, that's what I want to know.
But this comment here, big up to Jarvis. Hope you're well, bro. It says, are you saying player power is okay and Ten Hag's in the wrong? I'm saying when you don't give equal opportunities to everyone, don't be. Why are we surprised when we see people come out on social media, whether it's right or wrong? Why are we seeing that certain men are not happy, certain men are not liking what we're doing? Even Dalot is exposing the manager. Man just outright exposed my man's tactics. And said, yo, we're leaving space in behind now. What's going on? But then the other week, he knew that the manager quashed Carragher. Remember when Carragher exposed him? I said, yo, Carragher doesn't know what he's saying, basically. He needs to calm down. It's true, though. He told him basically, yo, do one. Like, you don't know more than me. Like, what? He's getting exposed here. And he has this kind of like, he's so defensive. I'm like, bro, like, you need to humble yourself, bro. You're coming into a new league. We're trying to tell you how this league is, and you're being naive, and we lost so many games, and, like, relax yourself, bro. Like, who do you think you are? Like, be real, man. Like, my man just thinks he can get away with this. You can't get away with it. It's criminal. That's why I said to him now, Ten Hag is a criminal, because I'm like, you're getting away with murder. The way you're doing things, and you think, like, you know what, you can get away with this 2-1 away from home, to Bournemouth, or we get a win there. And it was going well for him. Remember the start of January all the way till February, end of February, he was getting wins.
Oh, when we was the informed team in the league. I remember that period.
Most informed team in the league.
In terms of results. Yeah, you got manager of the month.
I said, cool. Well, let's go on to the
manager of the month.
That was been a dead month for the Barclays. Fucking hell. That
is. We still 7th on a minus goal difference in with a chance of Europe. We've sat here week in, week out and spoke about how bad our performances are, and yet we are still in the top 6, now top 7, and still in with a chance of actually finishing
minus goal difference.
With a minus goal difference in the middle of April.
It's mad.
You see how open our fullbacks are and the gaps. I could understand if they kind of offered anything in the final third, but there's no overlapping runs. There's nothing in the final third. So why are they therefore being like allowed so much freedom and space to go forward? Yeah. Surely you say you tuck in. Do you know what I mean? You just tuck in, keep your back four solid. It's simple things. Like the low doesn't make the masquerading runs down the right side and create anything spectacular down there. Neither do you see it from Wan-Bissaka or anyone else on the left. Do you know what I mean? So what's the purpose of them going forward or them being those gaps at the back? It doesn't make sense, and it's these things that you see time and time again from Ten Hag, where it just clearly shows he's tactically inept. You see from Marcus Rashford on the left, you see from Garnacho on the right. Hojlund, do you know what I mean? Hojlund's not been getting service for the last couple of months. You create a system where you build the play around Hojlund then to give him service and give him the ball in behind how he wants it. Top managers, you're telling me Klopp and Pep don't do that? Do you know what I mean? You tell me Ancelotti doesn't, do you? You're telling me these top managers don't get around the players and build systems around the players that they've got. This manager, he's hoping and praying on the same thing over and over again, and it's clearly not been working. There's been no adjustments. I'm just pissed off he's still in a job, Honestly, I can't believe he's still in a job. The first time Bournemouth beat us 3-0 at Old Trafford, that's when he should have been sacked. Like, you're bringing in interim at that point.
Hey, trust me. But you said there about building a system around players to get the best out of them. We have no clear system. There's no clear identity. There's no clear, we play this way. We don't. We're one of those. Us and Chelsea are the only two teams who don't have a clear, like, this is the way we're going about our business. This is how we play. This is how we defend. This is how we attack. This is our style. Yes, it might slightly alter depending on who you play, what's going on in the game, etc., etc. But the principles are still the same. That's why you don't see anything consistently apart from us consistently be bad. Like, people talk about patterns all the time in a good way, and you'll see a team score the same goal over and over again, or create the same chance and same opportunity over and over again. What we see over and over again is us facing shots. That's consistent. When we're facing...
No, we have got patterns in the final third, though, haven't we, Flawless? We've got the same patterns of Rashford just running at his man, do you know what I mean? Just stumbling into him. That's it. But that's the pattern, do you know what I mean? That's what Ten Hag's asking for, because he's clearly not saying, right, Rashford, hold on. Just wait. Don't go into the box. Wait on the 18-yard box, do you know what I mean? Wait for the overlapping run. Wait for Bruno to do an overlapping. Wait for Hojlund to come short. Do a little bit of a 1-2. Do something different than just running at your man and taking a fucking snapshot when there's 3-4 players in front of you, which is guaranteed to be blocked. Like, what we're talking about.
That's it. You spot on?
Yeah. You know what's, bro, it's mad, when you deep it, man. It's shambles, man. You know what's mad as well? Like, 29 shots for Bournemouth yesterday? How many shots was it? Can't remember, I swear, man.
We had one shot on target. I mean, you take the penalty away, because we don't include penalty on shots on target, but one shot on target.
Bournemouth.
Madness.
Bournemouth away.
And this is what I was saying before, is that it's accepted now that we just get battered everywhere we go. And 20 shots, even 20 shots, is fucking disgusting against Bournemouth. We shouldn't be so open. We shouldn't be just accepting that we're just going to get battered everywhere we go. It's and the amount of offences this manager is racking up, and all these records he's breaking. The worst ever, finishing bottom in the Champions League group. Fucking the amount of shots conceded just this year alone. It's,
bro, everything, man, everything.
It's just
everything.
It's all of the above. You said it. You said it, Double A. Everything must go, and that's where people get mistaken and be like, "Oh, because you're criticizing the manager, you're backing the players." No, two things can be true. You could criticize.
Yeah, but nobody else can do a better job than Ten Hag. That's what they're saying. Nobody else can do a better job than Nobody else can do a better job than the shit we're seeing. Do you know what I mean? What is the logic there?
Yeah,
please tell me.
It's no logic. I'm gonna lie.
Simeone,
Inzaghi. Us four, we could do what he's doing.
Do you know what I mean?
I could do that bad of a job. I could go there and do that bad of a job.
100%. You couldn't do that, but not as bad as he is doing. You'd be better than
oh man. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? It takes a lot to have that squad and be the worst team in the league. That takes a lot of doing that. A lot of doing.
Bro,
let's be honest. It's individual moments that have kept him in this job. His over-reliance on Scott McTominay. His constant belief that Rashford is going to turn it around and be the player he was last season, even though there's no evidence of doing so. And Jarvis jumped in the chat about Antony like being pissed off because he's been shit, and then he started playing well. And listen, I'll hold my hands up and say, listen, maybe
will he change it though? Will he change it? Like against Coventry, he won't change it from free. He won't change it.
We know what's going to happen against Coventry. It will look horrible, and we'll win the game. You know what it'll look like? Newport County, where we might even go down, or we score and it goes 1-1, or we're 2-1 up or 2-0 up and we let them back into the game. Something like that. It's like whether Manchester United win, lose, or draw, it's going to look ugly. We know the performance. That's why I say you don't even want to go. It's the FA Cup semi-final and you're like, know what? Nah. Against Coventry City, a championship side, you're like, nah.
I'll be honest with you, man. I don't want to go, man.
It won't be enjoyable. It would be a slog. It'll be a slog as always.
It's not. You know what it is, yeah? You know, some people, they go out and they support the club no matter what in it. They're always bouncing on that day and they're like, yo, we're Man United, we're having it. That's some people in it. Fair enough. But now it's got to a point now where you watch United becomes it's like a chore, man. It's like, oh, United's playing today. There's no excitement. And when you're leaving your house at 6 a.m., like we went to the Carabao Cup, left your house 6 a.m. I was looking forward to it last year. Went there, good day out. You come home, cool. You won the Carabao Cup, nice feeling. Same way with the FA Cup final. You went there, go on. Let's look Man City down now. Now you just got no faith in the football. You're not going to see good football. So why don't you watch it in your comfort of your own home? And you don't have to travel hours and hours. That's what I'm saying. It's got to that point.
People are, them fans are, the ostrich fans, Saeed, because they bury their head in the sand, think everything's okay because we're Manchester United, because we have a massive squad, because we are who we are, everything's going to turn out all right. Well, in reality, there's not enough of us. There's not enough honest fans who call it for what it is. And we do support the club because we don't want to see that, like I was talking to someone today on Twitter and they were saying about, oh yeah, but if he gets the cup, we should see till the end of next season. I said, but is that good enough? Is him scraping an FA Cup good enough? I said, yeah, because where we are at the moment, a declining team, why should we accept that? Why should we, as Manchester United fans, accept that we are declining? No, because all you're doing there is lowering your own standards of what this club should be. But then they start to throw it as, oh yeah, but I only really saw the end of Fergie, so I've only ever seen us in. That's even fucking worse then, because if you've seen Fergie win a title, and yet here we are 10 years later, nowhere near winning a title, closer to the bottom end of the table than we are to the top end of the table.
Talk about it.
Then you really are lowering your standards to the point where you might as well go and support fucking Luton, or you might as well go and support a team in the Championship, because you clearly don't get what Manchester United is at all. And I'm not having a go at this person. I'm just saying in general, as much as football's changing and it's a case of if the manager's not working, you get rid of it. And it is a bit of a taboo to say, well, that's why we should be. And, shout out to Aaron, because he's the one that really drilled this into my head a lot. Why shouldn't we be like Real Madrid? Why shouldn't we be like Bayern Munich, where if things are not going right, we change it until it becomes right? Because that's what big clubs do.
Right.
You don't sit around on their ass hoping things change, hoping things will happen, because let's be honest with us, in this league, we are not going to get it easy. We are not Real Madrid and Barcelona in La Liga. We are not Bayern Munich in Bundesliga, where it's Leverkusen have won their first league ever, and it's seen as an anomaly because they're unbeaten. Whereas for a fact, Bayern Munich will not sit on their ass now and think, well, maybe it might go right. The manager's already going. You guarantee they're going to go and get a lot of players, probably take the best players from Leverkusen to turn it around and make sure that they're winning the league next season. What the Manchester United, when you've got 3 or 4, 5, 6 clubs that can compete with you on every single level and have the same money and can pull the players that you want, You have to do a lot more than hope, twiddle your thumbs and stick one up your ass, hoping that a manager who's done fuck all season can turn it around by spending another 400 million. You need to do a lot more. And if this manager is failing, which he is, you change it as quick as you can before the rot truly sets in. And we're 10 years behind everyone else rather than the 5, which we probably are now. And the fact, and someone said, so I seen stats about Ollie as well. Ollie was fucking wrong for the club as well. But luckily for us, we've caught Ten Hag being wrong a season early. So we can go and change it now rather than wait another season and be fucked again in the Europa, in the Conference League. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's not good enough. He simply put, he is not good enough. That's all we have to say. What we're watching, what we're seeing every week is not good enough on any level. And no Manchester United fan, whether you saw Fergie or not, should not accept it. They should not accept what we are seeing because the apathy I have, I don't even want to go for the rest of the season. That's how I feel because what's the fucking point? What am I going to watch? That we scrape a win against Sheffield United or we draw and lucky get a last-minute goal because he brings on McTominay against Burnley at home. Fuck that. Because
I'm saying, yeah.
Because all he's doing is facilitating a loser. He's a fucking loser and he needs to go. That's as simple as I can put it. That's all I can say.
Hey, man, speaking from the heart, you and Ash speaking from the heart, and it shows. And you mentioned there in regards to Bayern Munich, a Barcelona, a Real Madrid. People say, oh, we're not them, but their aim is, I always say this is the aim. The aim should be to win. Bayern Munich don't win the Champions League every season. Real Madrid don't win La Liga and the Champions League every year. Same for Barcelona, same for every other top club. But what these clubs do is the aim is to do that. When did we stop aiming to be at the very top? Yes, Manchester City are an incredible side with an incredible manager, but the aim should be to topple them. Why is that not the goal? Whether we get there or not is a whole different, but that should be, all right, that's on the forefront of our minds. And that's from the club and also from the fans as well. Like, when did that become okay? And when I say that, I'm talking about you're not going to get there in one season, but make a change to try and get there. Double A mentioned it about, what did he say? We on a highway and this was a road off a cliff.
On a highway, but your highway driving.
Yeah, your highway's off a cliff, like 100%. Like, that's just what it is. So I don't get the thought process behind backing this still, like, oh, give him more time. What have you seen to that he did? Time is earned, not given.
Time is earned, man.
You know what? We accept regression as well. You don't see that with Real Madrid. You don't see that with Barca. They have one single season regression, then bam, reset. This ain't right. There's no progress. We're not moving forward. Right, shit. We gotta reset. With us, it's like, well, maybe next year it might be better because the players. We need to shift on more players, or we need this, or there's always excuses with managers, and it's a simple fact.
Standards.
You create your standards exactly, Double A, and you create accountability within the club. If you're not performing at a highest level, no matter who you are in the club, you're out. You've got 12 months to perform, and if you're not performing within those 12 months, then you're gone. Sorry, we'll get someone else in. And if they're not, we'll just keep a conveyor belt coming until we get the right men in there. Been romanced by this idea of Sir Alex Ferguson. Do you know what I mean? That was an anomaly. It happened once in world football.
As well, it adds jeopardy to the job because managers come in thinking
100%.
I need to hit the ground fucking running because if I can't rest on my laurels because I'm fucking gone. I'm not going to be here for 3 seasons for a fucking process. I can rest on my ass because I won a shit. I've done that too much tonight.
I'm not loyal.
I like it. No. I wasn't mocking. Like, I'm hype, man. I'm with you, man. I was ad-libbing on the lyrics, man. I got you on stage, man. I was ad-libbing. Carry on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
You're spot on, though. I feel like for me, I'm not going to be loyal to managers anymore, man. I'll be real with you, man. I think for me, Ten Hag has broken my trust in managers because I thought this guy was the one.
Because we're doing too much of that, and you know the thing is, that is okay to say. He was doing good at a point, and we judged him for what he did at that point. Then it changed.
Yeah.
Same way if you're in a relationship, you're in a honeymoon period. It's fantastic. You may be with the girl for 6 months, and it's great, and then the next 6 months is terrible. Are you going to stay with her because the first 6 months was good? Or are you just going to move on? That's what it is. It's like, I don't get why people are so afraid of change. And this is another thing as well, like this whole loyalty thing, it don't exist in top level football. Just to clarify people, it don't exist. You have the odd player who genuinely loves the club like the fans. You know who's loyal to the club? Fans. And all your legends have come and gone, and all will come and go. All managers will come and go. You know who's a constant? Us four and everybody else. No matter who's managing, no matter who's managing or who is on the pitch, no matter what division Manchester United in, we're here. Whether it's Premier League or whether it's League Two, we locked in. So where does this loyalty thing come from? I don't get it. And this whole, when we sign players, maybe we can get the best out of him. When did we, wait, we're the employer, not the employee. How about it's what you do for Manchester United and not what we can do for you? That's what annoys me so much. Like, and that happened a lot with the Mount signing, or maybe we can get the best out of Mount. Hold on. We're signing someone for 60 plus M's to see if we can get the best out of him.
When's a bench warmer, you know, for 60 million?
When did we like that don't happen anywhere else? If you whatever job you work at Foot Locker, they interview you. You don't interview them. I'm saying, what do you bring to the company? What do you bring to Manchester United Football Club? Why is it always, what we can, or maybe we can develop a player, or maybe with this, or maybe with the right player and that? Like, you have to be cutthroat at this level if we really, really want to win. And you know what? It's sad. Being in this space, what I realized is a lot of fans don't want to win by any cost, by any means necessary. A lot of fans don't. They'd rather win, but win with the players they like. Couldn't care less who the players are, where they're from. I don't care if none of the players were from Manchester or none of the players were from England. Don't care if none of the players were from Carrington. Are we successful or not? Because that's what City do. How many of their how many players in their squad are through their play regularly or through their youth system?
We need one. We need one. We need to keep the culture. We need one. We need a Maino. We need someone coming. We need the youth stuff.
No. But that's Maino because Maino's good enough. That's what it is. Are you good enough?
Yeah.
I'm not with the. You know what I like? Why our culture is winning. Because nobody.
I know what you say, but when you think about it, Flawless, when you look back at all the great teams, you look at all the great teams in world football. You look at the Bayern Munich team in the 2000s. You look at the Barca team. They do always have that core of the national players. You look at the Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets. You go to Bayern Munich. You got Schweinsteiger, Kimmich, Muller. Do you know what I mean? They do all have that core. So I do like the idea of keeping that core.
But it's about quality. What's the City English
quality? Yeah, for sure. That's you got to keep the standards there with the quality.
They're probably going to do a double treble. What's the English core with them?
City you're talking about? Yeah, I mean, they've got their boy Foden, haven't they?
Stones, and that's it. Foden's only just come to the forefront now. Foden wasn't a main starter for them during this period, so they're gonna four-peat, potentially do a double treble. Where is their English core? Stones, and that's it. Where was it?
That's it.
Like, this is what I'm talking about. Even with, I get what you're saying with Bayern Munich and with Barcelona in the past, but even the Real Madrid side that won the Champions League free, where was their Spanish core there? Was it just Ramos?
Carvajal,
Ramos. Who else?
Maybe Xabi Alonso a little bit on that.
No, Xabi Alonso wasn't there. It's the Modric. I'm talking the Modric, Casemiro, Cruz. I'm talking the one that three-peated, that won 4 in 5 years. Ronaldo, Bale, Benzema.
Asensio had a bit part, but they weren't mainstays in the team. So
that's my point is in terms of quality. Yes, the players come through Carrington, great. The reason why I like Maino is not because he came through Carrington, it's because he's a quality footballer. That's what it is. Are you a quality footballer or not? I couldn't care less about where you are from or your nationality or your race or none of that. Are you good? Do you perform to your role at the highest level? Like, I don't care what your passport looks like. If you're a striker, can you link up and can you get 20 plus goals in a season? All right, get him in the side.
Let's be honest, England is shit. So why the fuck do you want England players?
Yeah.
It's fucking shit.
It is. And you look, like I said, again, if you're lucky enough, like with the Spanish, like that's been golden generation. Yeah, that's calm. You got Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets. That picks itself. That midfield trio picks itself. And then you got Puyol backing that up. And you got Alba backing that up. That picks itself. But what they all had outside of being Spanish, they are all some of the best players we've ever seen.
We're looking, you're looking at the moment. We have got a few good young lads coming through at the moment, and it's looking going forward.
Even though Kambawala had a bad game, I don't mind Kambawala. Like so far from what I've seen, even though he had a bad game, but there still needs to be improvement. I
feel bad for that kid because he's surrounded by shit, in it, do you know what I mean? So he's always going to struggle, and he's been thrown in the deep end playing the second game.
Make or break him. You need them moments as a young player. You have a bad moment. Let's see how it goes on the other side. But I have to say, all these youngsters, obviously, we had Wheatley on the bench. Amas is being talked about quite a lot. You see, everyone's trying to give it all to Ten Hag now. This is all Ten Hag's doing.
I know, I've seen that, man.
Oh, he tried to claim it with Maino, didn't he? He's like, I brought Maino through and all that. Like, he was coming through anyway, regardless of the manager.
And this it's a misconception with him because he's talking about, I'll give you a chance and all this year. We've had two, I think, very talented youngsters, but they're already at the club, and just because you've not brought them through from youngers in Ahmad and Palestra, don't get a fucking sniff. Hannibal, I'm not saying they're good enough. Don't get a fucking sniff. As if unless this manager's brought you up, you're not getting a chance. Young players that were already here, not getting a chance. And it's a misconception that he's done all this work behind the scenes and he's the reason why all these youngsters know. Let's give some credit to the people that were here before you. Can't remember the coach's name, but Nicky Butt has a lot to do with it as well. Like, don't start throwing up. Again, it's scraping the barrel to give this manager credit. Giving this manager, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. They're saying now he claimed Garnacho and Ranić brought him through. Like, it's fucking bullshit.
Oh, was Garnacho? Did Ranić was it Ranić?
Yeah.
Ranić started putting him into the first team. Yeah.
Okay.
The game against Wolves end of the season, I think.
And then even the thing is, it's like, all right, so you brought through some youth players. You've done your job. Went to Roy Keane. Well done. You brought you doing your job.
But Van Gaal did it, though. Van Gaal did it for how long, man? You know what I mean? Come on, man.
And brought through more. And again, it's all about results. I bring it through these results. How come we look terrible? Whether it was 24 youngsters or it's 24 senior players who you've bought, it's not good. That's all I care about. That is legit, like how I look at it. It's results. Are the results and performances good? All this extra stuff that does not matter that people try and throw in the mix to take away from this manager's just complete subpar performances as a manager. And same with the players as well, just making excuses. That's why you heard words like process and project and all these type of stuff. Nonsense. That's what it is. Excuses. What did Adam say? What did Adam, that quote that he said yesterday about I forgot it. The bar was cold. Yeah. I wrote it down. Was that cold?
Yeah, Adam, the excuse for failure. Something about failure or something.
1 sec. I actually wrote that down. That's why I said to him, say that again, because like it really does, because project and process, there is no goal. Because it's like, what is the project? What is the process? Like, there's no answer to these questions. They're really empty statements. I've said it before. You finish fourth twice, all right, it's a part of the process. You finish third twice, it's part of the process. You finish third one season, you finish fifth another season, or vice versa, fifth and then third. Oh, what are we talking about here?
Yeah. Now, you know what it is? I think, you know what the worst thing about this whole Ten Hag reign is that every single week he can make it look like it's worse than it is. I think with Ole, there was a period where it didn't get any worse than it was. We just kind of was like, yo, like it's just done in it. Whereas Ten Hag, it's getting progressively worse every game. Like, you think you've seen enough, you see another piece of shit, then you see another piece of shit, then bro, it's like it's more shit and shit and shit. And I'm like, bro, like, how can you be more progressively bad? And like I said, people think that we're 13 points behind Villa. We're only, I think, did someone say 8 points or 6 points behind, 13th position? That's if West Ham won today, they would have been ahead of us. We would have been 8th position had West Ham won today.
Very, very well could finish there. Very well could finish there, Saeed, as well, to be fair.
Yeah.
If West Ham finish 6th and they win Europa League, 7th gets Champions League.
No,
imagine
6th gets Champions League. 6.
So they've got to finish 5th.
Finish 5th, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Finish 5th, yeah. But they're not winning anyway. They lost.
Yeah,
they're going to lose to Bayer Leverkusen.
And they're not going to finish 5th,
Where are we closer to the relegation zone than we are to?
Oh, don't.
Let me see. 25 points. 25 points, and we're 23 behind Man City. So we're not far off.
Not far off.
We're not far off.
All the signs point to this manager should not be imposed, and it's almost untenable now for him to still be the manager of Manchester United. And there's nothing, we had it a couple of weeks ago when I was saying there's nothing positive you can tell me about this manager that warrants him. And Marcel was saying, well, yeah, we win the ball back the most in the league. Fucking hell, mate. That we're scraping the barrel. And then we
win the ball back the most in the league because we probably give the ball away the most in the league.
We said that
the same way we got the most blocks in the league. You know why? Because we face the most shots in the league. Right? Like you say, it's like a basketball game. That's why we have the most blocks. We in the wrong sport. Go playoffs, man. NBA playoffs start soon. Start next week. Should go there.
Let's go Heat.
You know what I'm saying? Like we should go there because we know how to play basketball games. Like we can do that. We can get up and down. You have a shot. You have a shot. You have a shot. We have a shot. You know what I'm saying? That's basketball all over.
You know when we look better when we play basketball. Do you know what I mean? When the tactics go out the window, we're not even listening to Ten Hag anymore, and we're just off the cuff and we're playing creative. Do you know what I mean? That is genuinely when we look best.
It's crazy.
That you know what? That's it. You know when we don't have. There's an element of freedom and whatnot, but like I said, man, you know what I mean? It's the same substitutions. Like Amrabat's is on the bench. Hojlund, I mean, we never spoke about Hojlund, man. The fan base are getting onto him. You know what I mean? It's mad, like, bro, like, but he has to do better. But then, you know, he's had what? I think he's had 3 shots in the past. How many games has he had? Hojlund?
1 shot in 4 games. 1 shot in 4 games.
He's had 1 shot in 4 games.
One shot in 4 games, bro.
Yeah,
you know what's mad here? His shirt's drenched. You know what I've noticed about Hojlund? His shirt's drenched, yeah. He's got mud all over his clothes. And I'm like, bro, he looks knackered. I'm like, maybe that's what's because he's doing a lot of running, and when he gets around the box, or he has to do something.
Yeah,
it's not there.
There's a lot wrong with his game at the minute. And I watched the man them talk yesterday, and he was I think a lot of you were quite unrelenting on him and a bit unfair, I think. And listen, I'm not here to say he's an amazing footballer. He's going to be the answer, but people throwing the price tag at him is wrong because it's not his fault. He's never a £70 million player. We all know that. We all know we shouldn't have been bought for that. He should have been the supplement striker, the kid that's coming off the bench. Much similar to probably Mainu and Garnacho. As much as Mainu is a superstar, man, we're very lucky to have him. Garnacho, like, shout out to Griggs. His hamstring must be hanging on by a thread because for a 19-year-old who I don't think he's a world-class player, I don't think he has a ceiling to be a world-class player, Garnacho. I think he could be a very, very good player. He shouldn't be playing 30 games in a row. Shouldn't be doing it. He's a young player. He should be still learning the game a lot. The fact the players above him, Rashford, Antony, Sancho, are shit, and he's having to play is wrong for me. It shouldn't be happening. Same goes for Hojlund. Should not be playing these many games. Shouldn't, as much as he did well in the Champions League and he had that sort of purple patch, he scored a few goals. He has a lot to learn. He still needs to be learning the game, and he's not ready. He's not ready to start the line in the Premier League. And listen, people on the timeline and on the show yesterday is like that. He's bad. His low confidence shouldn't mean that his touch disappears and he can't hold up the play. I don't think he's a striker that should be holding up the play. That's never been his game. He didn't play like that at Atalanta. And if you can't do it, you definitely can't do it in the Premier League because the centre backs will just have you off all day long. And I think we are seeing that quite a lot. Every time people talk about him wrestling and fighting centre backs all the time, it's because he can't do that game. And I would like him to get coached properly. He's not getting coached, and as much people say, yeah, but you talk about coaching. I mean, it's very real in the development stage of a player's career, and I think he needs that massively. But he should never have been the number 1 striker this season. For sure.
Facts. I said this. Like he shouldn't have been. We should have 3 strikers. We should have signed 3 strikers with someone. Past Summergun. And he should not be because yes, does he have his limitations? Yes. Is he a squad player currently at best? Yes. But you've been thrown out there to start week in, week out, and you're in the worst possible predicament. However, that doesn't mean he's blameless. Should he still be doing more? Also, yes. Because we've seen you do better in the same predicament. We've watched that where you've realized,
literally
help me. I just got to do this by myself pretty much. And he did that to an extent. So even during when he was scoring goals, his overall performances were better. So, but yeah, everyone goes suffer. That's why you see Mano's form dip. It's only so long you can last. It's only so long you are what you surround yourself with.
You know what's mad, yeah? I just feel like for me, yeah, like I watched him at Atalanta, like I said, yeah, and obviously I was expecting him to maybe come to England and maybe be suited to his kind of, his kind of attributes. But I look at him, I just think his anticipation's all wrong, man. Because what the Premier League is, bro, you got to do look what Solanke did. You got to run the channels, sniff up the danger, bully, man, and then get on the ball and then boom, be lethal. Like Solanke was feeding off scraps, bro. Let's be honest. Like he didn't have like a bundle of chances, but when he did have him, he had to chase a channel, bully Kwambala,
look powerful,
then
didn't
go on to yeah. You know what I mean, bro? Like it's one of them where I'm like, you gotta just sometimes, and his first touch is not there. It's not there, man. It's not there. His first touch.
I think a lot with his first touch as well is he knows that he's got no options around him. Do you know what I mean? So he's worrying about like what he's going to do next with the ball, because a lot of the time when you see him receive the ball, usually it's 10 yards away from the 18-yard box, back to goal, a defender just smothering him, and he's got no options around him, and it's not his job to be doing that. He should be in the box. He should be getting service, and he should be fed. I mean, how many times is he seeing the ball in the box? You just don't see it, and I think that's something that's got to come, and he's never going to get that from the likes of Rashford and Garnacho, because unfortunately those players, they're very selfish players. They're looking for the stats themselves. They're not them creative, them players that will provide him service. And I think as long as we continue to play like this, I mean, you look at Ahmad. Ahmad came in, and I felt like, you give him the ball, you allow him to play, you build a little bit of chemistry relationship with them two, then potentially you get Hojlund on the ball a little bit more inside the box. But at the moment, we can't even get the ball to him in the box, and that's what I want to see. I don't care about his build-up play 10 yards away from the 18-yard box, because that's strikers. You shouldn't expect strikers to be the be-all and end-all in build-up play in that way. You want him to, especially a striker like what the Blaze saying, the way Hojlund plays, he's either in behind player, or he's someone who like reactions inside the box, and that's what I want to see more. I can't really judge him on what we're seeing right now. Right now, I'm not judging him because we can't, because he's not being given the service. So for me, until we get players creating things for him, giving him the ball in the box, how many touches is he having inside the box? Do you know what I mean? That's what I want to see. I want to see more of him inside the box, not 10, 15 yards away from it with bad touches and stuff.
That's where you need connectivity. You need productivity from the midfield. You need Garnacho to look up. You need Rashford to pass it. You know what I mean? You need people out there. And also Hojlund, he didn't pass Rashford the ball. Did you see it? Perfect.
Oh yeah.
He didn't give it him. But then he's thinking to himself, "Yo, how are you gonna? Man, what it is, yeah." You know when them guys in five-a-side and that just don't pass, like, you know what I mean? And
give him the ball.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not giving him the ball, but man, we're playing like we're against each other. Why are we playing like we're not like a team? Like, bro, man, thinking like I'm gonna lose something, so I need to gain something right now. Like, bro, what's this gain and taken, bro? Come on, man, we losing out on, man. You're not losing out on nothing, but that comes from Remember Ronaldo, Rooney, and Tevez? Like, Rooney was selfless in it, but like it would just be synergy. Like, I'll get a chance, you get a chance. Berbatov to Rooney to Tevez to Ronaldo. We'll eat together. We'll all eat, man. Everybody go eat. You see
that with top sides. You see that with all the top sides. You see with City. That's what happens.
Not with Manchester United. Everybody gonna
starving.
Everybody gonna starve, man. Everybody going hungry. You are out there by yourself. These are not your friends. These are not your teammates. They do not care if you eat or not. You have to go and get it yourself. Go and hunt and go and eat and get your food yourself. Everybody eats. Nah, this ain't paid in full. Everybody don't eat. Everyone seen the scene when he takes the rice from you. Nah, everybody don't eat. You know what I'm saying? Everyone knows when Cameron, when he takes the what's it called? The dinner scene, not the dinner scene.
Yeah.
When they eat the takeout. He's like, nah, you don't eat, B. You know what I'm saying? And he grabs the fried rice. That's what it is. By there by yourself.
Yep. Apparently, Man United have dismissed reports about Antony, that he's basically been involved in a bus stop and whatnot.
But he was out the
come out now.
Injured. So what is it then?
Yeah, just basically saying like they're refuting claims that Antony is Man United dismissed suggestions that Antony was left out of the squad for the game against Bournemouth because of disagreement with Eric Ten Hag.
Well, then clear it up. Tell us what did happen. It's simple. Oh, he was injured. Oh, he had sickness. Oh, he had simple. You clear it up.
Didn't tell us, did they?
Said nothing.
Didn't tell us anything. Said nothing. Yeah. So tomorrow morning you'll get everyone making up their no stories now. All their stories and what they want to see and what they want to do, etc., etc. You get me? It is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? By the way, Thiago Motta, is he linked with a job today? Thiago Motta.
Yeah, linked with United.
Tentative links, yeah, with him.
Tentative links.
It's supposed to be going Juve, though, isn't it?
Apparently, I've heard Juve. Yeah, mate.
Yeah,
mate. It has to be for me. The obvious choice is Nagelsmann. Has to be. Like,
wait, Double A. Can I ask you a question? Which manager wouldn't you take in the Premier League over Ten Hag? Like, which manager wouldn't you take? Like, I think it's probably maybe. No, I'm saying in the league, Saeed. So in the league, in the Premier League right now, which manager wouldn't you take over Ten Hag?
Probably Company. Vincent Company.
Company. That's
Sheffield
Dyche,
United.
maybe.
Son Dyche.
So we're talking.
At least we'd be a
we're talking 3-4 managers. That's it.
Yeah, I'm not taking Poch over him. Poch is woeful. Poch is woeful.
Yeah, but it should be the case if you wouldn't say any team out of the top 4. You say only teams above us, which you're expecting to be like 4. So City, you know what I mean? What fuck?
Shall I tell you who's good? Yeah, shall I tell you who's good at which I don't think people are on bro. That guy, that Marcos Silva from Fulham, they play some good football. I was watching him today. They destroyed West Ham. Should have been more than 2 or 3. He's an underrated
destroyed
manager.
Us.
He got
done us twice.
Old Trafford.
Even at their place, they played well at their place.
People are saying.
And last season when they got 2 players sent off.
Yeah. Fuck Xavi.
Yeah, man.
Xavi, nah, mate. I won't have Xavi.
Nah, not for me, Xavi. Not for me, Xavi. You know what I'm saying?
There's options, though. That's the thing. People saying there's no options. There's options out there. You got Amorim, Nagelsmann, Motta. Do you know what I mean? We got so many options there. Simeone, Inzaghi. Like, you telling me they're not going to take on this job? One of the biggest in the world. They're going to get unlimited funds, essentially. I mean, there's no manager turning down this job. This idea that we've got to stick with someone like Gareth Southgate, Ten Hag, or fucking Graham Potter, that's just nonsense. Do you know what I mean? That's never been the case.
I said it before, Gareth Southgate won't get the Sheffield United job, so there's no way on earth he's getting the Manchester United job. It just wouldn't happen. As soon as the links came out that we were in talks with him, do you think you saw it just wouldn't happen? There'd be riots, there'd be protests. There's no way United's fan base are accepting a loser, someone who's not managing the Premier League since 2007-8.
Double A, our fan base will get behind. So a proportion of our fan base, I guarantee you, will get behind it. 100%.
Yeah, they would.
They're all the ones with Britain first in the bios, though. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're like the proper Brexiters. Like,
even without the Brexiters, what I'm saying is like that. Not even the Brexit thing, or not even like allegiance. It's just that a proportion of our fan base will back whatever this club does. No matter what this club does, they will back it. When it comes to players or managers or whoever, they will just bypass whatever. We could sign Double A, whoever you think the worst player is in the Premier League, we could sign him, and a proportion of this fan base, a portion of this fan base will get behind it. Whoever you think the worst player is.
We've already done that. Well, we've done it a few times. Couple of them come from the academy, to be fair.
Yeah, like whoever it is, like I'm telling you right now, we would. I seen it. Mount was the eye opener because it was all running bants and jokes when we thought he was going Liverpool. And he was coming to us, and then it was like, oh well, he did all right at Chelsea, and he helped them win the Champions League, and maybe we can get them up. That's why it'd be with Southgate. Or he's done the best. You know what the narrative would be? Or he did well in a toxic environment at England. He made a semi-final and a final. He took England as far as they could go. What could he do with better players? He had a tube station named after him. He brought the nation back together to love England again. You already know the nonsense PR they gonna spin. And people eat that up.
You know we're signing Jordan Henderson, don't you? If he's manager, that's the first signing. Jordan Henderson.
You know.
Calvin Phillips. Yeah. Pickford.
Calvin Phillips. Exactly. Pickford coming in. Yeah. You know,
I'm telling you,
all of these guys, man. All of these guys. But shout out to him, Freddie. Give me the manager and why I like Roberto De Zerbi. Listen, I'm Nagelsmann. My first choice is Simone Inzaghi. He's gonna win the league with Inter Milan, so I would go with him.
I like. You never get him out of Serie A though. That's the problem. I like Inzaghi, but you're not getting him out of Serie A. I don't think.
No. Italians do well in the Premier League as well. You look at how many more Italians have won the league than any other nation. You look at it, you got Ancelotti, Conte, Ranieri, Mancini. The Italians, they know what they're doing when it comes to the Premier League.
I think I think they want to build something with him there, and I think winning the league again.
But haven't they not got the financial issues though? Aren't they struggling with the money?
Yeah, but which Italian club isn't? Do you know what I mean? They're all a bit fucking skint. Been linked and been linked with Wan-Bissaka. I'm excited to see a box of celebrations and 2 cans of Tizer for him. Do you know what I mean? Like they don't spend money. They haven't got money to spend, and yet they want.
Is it big box of celebrations? Small box?
I mean, yeah. Is there any other kind?
You get extend special if it's Wan-Bissaka. You know what I'm saying? 2 boxes of celebrations and say an extra large box.
At least. Because they love the defenders. Do you know what I mean? But I just don't see him leaving. And Deserby for me.
Mourinho, man. Yeah. That's a good manager.
Come on. Now you're just plucking names because of what they've done this week. Let's be honest.
No. Genuinely, he's been underrated for the past couple of years now. What he's done at Atalanta for the past couple of years, man, it's been very underrated, man. Back 3 system. They play high pressing football. They play some good football, man.
Inspired Motta, inspired Conte. Do you know what I mean?
He's fake accounts. He's a fake accounts, isn't it, man, bro? Bro, what's going on today, man? It feels like it's 2020 all over again.
It's Sunday night, bro.
Leaking relationships and all that. Do you know what I mean? What's going on?
People are bored, man. It's Sunday night.
I swear, no, man. United, man. We need United to come back, man. Seriously, man.
No, listen, we've got to find some entertainment. Do you know what I mean? With United. Fucking hell.
Bro, you know what's mad as well? When you celebrate United goals as well, just to kind of wrap it up here, when you celebrate United's goals, like it's more relief, then you start laughing at the goal.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like I don't even celebrate. I'm laughing at the goal now.
Do you know what it is now? You celebrate knowing we're probably going to concede again.
Yeah.
Like when we scored the equaliser, I thought, yeah, that's all well and good, but I imagine they're going to go and score. Have you seen that dickhead on? Is it TikTok or the kid who looks like?
Oh, that yeah.
Bro,
it looks like Rashford, isn't it? Yeah, I know.
Who celebrates against us? Bro, I'll tag you in a thing in a bit. Absolute weapon. If Ten Hag, I think he wants Ten Hag out, but he's there. He films himself reacting. He's not even reacting to the live game. It's to react the highlights.
I think it is live. He's on TikTok live. He's on TikTok live because he's basically seeing the comments. He's seeing the comments because I was thinking he wasn't, but he was checking the comments. So he's definitely on live.
So he celebrates when Bournemouth score, and then he goes, "Fucking hell!" when United score. Like, I mean, clearly not a United fan, but it's like if he is, and Ten Hag does go, he should know he can never show his face at Old Trafford. That not for me. I'm not saying I'm going to chase him down, but there's some United fans who will chase him out. Do you know what I mean? Like, because you can't be putting yourself on social media. I mean, it's one of them, it's all for likes, all for clicks, all for engagement and that. Like, mate, it's go and get a fucking girlfriend, mate. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's better things to do in life. I'll be honest.
The fan base is sunk lower and lower, man. You know what I mean?
As much as I hate all the players we have, and
blame the club, and
the owners. As much as I hate it all, as much as I hate it all, I could never want United to lose. I could never sit there and go,
for sure.
Bournemouth is good. Do you know what I mean? It could never enter my head ever. As much as I want him to go, as much as I think he should go, I'd never want us to lose to prove that he should go or anything like that. And it's sadly, it's modern football, isn't it? But we are where we are.
Yep. There you go, man. Listen, people, we're gonna wrap it up here. I don't know how many likes we're currently on. Hopefully, we got to 500 likes. Yep, 530. Thank you very much, everyone who's been involved today. Like I said, man, therapy again, and then we'll be back tomorrow with Straight Jacket Podcast. See Lourdes' opinion and whatnot, and Musa hopefully will join us. But yeah, man. Lads, big up to you for coming on. Ash, big up to you as always. Thank you very much.
No, thank you, Saeed, and the boys as well. This is the most enjoyable part of Manchester United for me. Do you know what I mean? Coming on here talking, I'm not finding any enjoyment in the club at the moment. Watching the shit that we've been forced to watch, but spending the time with you boys and chatting about it and kind of having the therapy on a Sunday, it's much needed. It's much needed, and chat. Appreciate you getting involved as always. Make sure you're hitting them likes for Saeed. Do you know what I mean? Well deserved, very well deserved. And yeah, we'll see what the next couple of days brings. Nothing positive to say about United though, is there? Maybe next year. I'm just excited for the next era, for the next like phase to happen. That's what I'm looking forward to. But right now, when it comes to United, I'm just looking forward to us on a Sunday. Do you know what I mean? Otherwise, the games. Do you get the feeling when you're watching the games before it kicks off? You're like, you just don't want to watch. Do you know what I mean? It's like you know what's happening.
I'm here. I'm that meme from that NBA player who said, "I'm here so I don't get fined." That's what it is.
Oh, Marshall Lynch, NFL.
Yeah. Who was he after? Wrong NFL. Who said that? Yeah, I'm here so I don't like legit. I did not want the game against Bournemouth. I did not want. It was a late kickoff. I was late. Not because I was doing anything great or doing anything important. I just didn't want to be there.
That's what I said, man.
I legit just didn't want, like, I was like, I don't want to watch games. Like, back to Saeed when he's talking about celebrating goals. I've used this analogy before. It's like being in court and you get off. That's what it is. It's like, oh, the defender's not guilty. It's relief. It's not happiness. It's shocking to watch. But yeah, go on, carry on, Saeed.
Yeah. Nah, big up, man. Listen, big up to Ash as always, man. Big up to Double A as well. Hope you're well, man. And yeah, we'll see whenever.
Yeah, man. All good. Good to be back on. Like Ash said, you know, follow his sentiments exactly. Make sure, road to 90K almost there for Saeed. Make sure you support one of the biggest and best channels for United and football content on YouTube. Like I said, not many people.
Real fan content. Do you know what I mean? Real fan content in it. Do you know what I mean?
100%. Real opinions. It's not agenda led. It's not. We don't all follow what Saeed has to say. We have our own opinions. We speak our own mind. We fall out. But it is love at the end of it, and that's for every show you watch on here.
We never fall out. Don't do that, man.
No. I'm just saying because people think it's one of them where But I'm saying it. We're respectful in each other's opinions.
Yeah, 100%.
Everything's all love, no matter what we think or say. You don't get that a lot. You know what I mean? On YouTube and certain channels don't allow you to express your real opinions. So make sure you follow him. Like I say, not many creators open the door to everyone to come on and have their say. Big up the best chat on YouTube. Big up my twin, Ash. Big up my hype man, Flawless as always. Double AFC, that's where I live. Come and follow me and see what's what. And have a good week, mainly, because United ain't gonna give you a good week, Ali. So
thanks.
I might as well.
Yeah, absolutely. There you go. Obviously, Flawless gonna be live. We're gonna redirect him as well. Let them know what you've got coming up, man.
Yeah, people. Sarcasm City Sports Q&A, which will be much more joyful because we're there just to laugh at Liverpool and Arsenal. That's literally what it is. It's gonna be a crash session on those two for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Enjoy the tears, hear the excuses of why they're not doing what they're supposed to and why Manchester United are closer to a trophy than the both of them. But that's a whole different conversation. So yes, Sarcasm City Sports Q&A. Obviously, NBA concluded tonight as well. So both conferences are set. So we'll be discussing that because we're doing a courtside commentary podcast after the Q&A where we'll be doing playoffs and play-ins preview as well. And with the playoffs coming up, you can tell how disinterested I am in football, people. Get over to the playback. Because you can watch along with us on there, people. So if you have an NBA League Pass, then we all synced up and we're all watching the same live stream. And I've got it on the membership as well. So if you want to watch the playoffs for the entire month with us, join the membership, people. It is it's on the main page as well. But please subscribe to Sarcasm City TV because I'm like 40 away from 11K, something like that. So get me to 11K, man. Something like that.
Make sure that happens.
And I got to echo what Double A and Ash both mentioned in regards to being on the show. It is the most. This is what I look forward to more so than United games. Like, I'm hitting you up, Saeed, beforehand. Hey, when are we doing Unfiltered podcast? I don't even know what time United kick off, but here we are.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, it's mad that, innit?
Yeah, serious. I'm like, of Saturday or Sunday. But love for having me as always, Saeed, man. Much appreciated for giving me the platform and your 100K incoming. And big up to the chat as well.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. That's real, man. Like I said, we're just here for you guys in the community, man. You know what I mean? I'm just, we're just trying to help you guys get through it as well, man. Like the community's here. We're just trying to, do what we need to do. You know what I mean? And give our thoughts in here, man. You know what I'm saying? It's been a long season, man. I can't wait for the season to end. Go on holiday and relax, man. And then just talk about transfer news rather than talking about,
Euros as well this summer. Got the Euros.
We got the Euros.
Oh, yeah, Euros as well.
Euros is going to be good.
That's something to kind of look for. Then England can let us down. You know what I mean? Imagine as well, I'm just saying it's a big if, Imagine we get linked to Southgate and then we got to watch Southgate ball and realize we've got Southgate for the whole summer and they'd be depressed by that. But anyway, that's for another story anyway. But people, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on Flawless's channel, people. Take care. Bye-bye.